When that idea for Seeking Beauty was being developed, we talked a lot about this show doing something really well, but not trying to do all things at once. Because this is another challenge that sometimes befalls Christian media. Precisely because you've got so many people that are giving you checks to get it done, you start listening to all these people's voices and you kind of lose sight of what you're trying to make creatively. Somebody wants a little bit more of this, a little bit more history, a little bit more prayer, a little bit more whatever. And that can happen and you can lose sight creatively of what you're trying to do. We had a very simple, I kind of boil it down to a sort of simple recipe for this show. The idea was to have a host, in this case, David Henrie, who was not necessarily an expert in what he was seeing. He represented the audience. We were going to go together. We wanted to experience these things almost like they're brand new. And the idea wasn't to have a host that's like telling you and teaching you stuff. And that's nothing wrong with that. It's just that wasn't what this show was. So it was, number one, that a host could allow the audience to travel with them.
Kind of like Bourdain.
Like Anthony Bourdain.
Because Anthony Bourdain, I mean, it wasn't that he was a culinary expert. I mean, he knew a lot about food, but he didn't know a lot about the food in Thailand until he got there.
He knew even less about like Vietnam culture or something. You know what I mean? He was learning.
Yeah, he was learning.
Exactly.